Jell-O is one of the largest selling prepared desserts and is popular worldwide. In fact, the brand name Jell-O is commonly used as a generic and household name for really any gelatin product. Gelatin, the main ingredient in Jell-O, has been a dessert delicacy dating all the way back to at least the 15th century, and it was time-consuming to make. Once gelatin was made, flavoring was added, and a gelatin dessert was created. In 1822, Peter Cooper, the famous inventor of the first American-built steam locomotive, the Tom Thumb, devised a way to make gelatin more accessible by making large sheets of it and grinding it into a powder. He received a patent in 1845 for a gelatin dessert powder he called portable gelatin, requiring only the addition of hot water. However, Cooper didn't market it or do much of anything else with his product, so it failed to catch on. In the meantime, in Leroy, New York, Pearl and May Waite were cough syrup makers. They were pretty unsuccessful, so they decided to branch out into something better: food. May cooked all the time and loved to make desserts, so after looking around, they stumbled upon and obtained the patent for powdered gelatin. To make up for the lack of taste, they added a significant amount of sugary fruit syrup, such as strawberry, raspberry, orange, and lemon. By 1897, they had now concocted a wonderful fruit-flavored dessert. May named their new dessert Jell-O, which is a combination version of the words gelatin and jelly. Although Pearl and May were really good at making Jell-O, they lacked the capital and experience to market their product. In 1899, the couple sold the formula, patent, and the name Jell-O to Frank Woodward, owner of the Genesee Food Company. The Genesee Pure Food Company was able to improve Jell-O's popularity through marketing. Jell-O was named America's most famous dessert in Ladies' Home Journal. They also distributed free Jell-O cookbooks to increase awareness and make Jell-O a go-to for households. The ads were a roaring success, and annual sales quickly jumped. They also introduced the Jell-O Girl, 4-year-old Elizabeth King, whose father, Franklin King, was an artist connected to Jell-O's advertising agency. In her right hand, the little girl held a tea kettle, and in her left hand, a package of Jell-O. The tagline was, "You can't be a kid without it." Due to their brilliant marketing, Jell-O became one of the most well-known brands in American history, and was a staple in most households. In 1924, the Genesee Pure Foods Company changed their name to the Jell-O Company. That same year, the company hired Norman Rockwell to draw colorful illustrations depicting Jell-O. He did just that, depicting a young girl serving a Jell-O to her doll at tea time. In 1925, Jell-O merged with Postum cereal and would eventually become the General Foods Corporation. Over the next 10 years, they introduced new flavors such as lime, chocolate, cherry, and peach. Advertisements also included recipes, celebrity testimonials, and paintings to grab the attention of their target audience. The 1930s brought a new trend, the Jell-O mold salad, with names like Golden Glow Salad, Celery Nut Circle, or Strawberry Pretzel Surprise. These salads were a great way to incorporate leftovers into a colorful side dish. This time period also introduced a new line of Jell-O products for instant puddings, which favored flavors like chocolate, vanilla, pistachio, and butterscotch. The 1960s started to change things for Jell-O. Sales decreased because Jell-O was no longer an everyday food for busy moms. To combat this, the brand tested new flavors such as apple, black cherry, grape, mixed fruit, and more to appeal to more people. Trying to find their way back into people's hearts and kitchens, they came up with the 1964 slogan, "There's always room for Jell-O." By the mid-1970s, formerly strong and steady sales of Jell-O began declining, so they hired Bill Cosby to be their spokesperson. It worked, and Cosby brought Jell-O to new heights. The Cosby-Jell-O relationship lasted for over 30 years and is considered one of the longest-standing celebrity endorsements in American advertising history. Today, with over 110 products under the Jell-O name, over 420 million boxes of Jell-O gelatin, and over 1 billion Jell-O cups are sold in the United States per year. Do you remember the last time you enjoyed a delicious Jell-O treat?